to my Cult of Chucky spoiler-free review. I just watched it, just finished watching the movie. Unfortunately, this movie did not make it to the theater, so I ended up finding a way to watch it myself, and I enjoyed the movie. I definitely gotta say it's pretty good, but overall, I would just say it's not better than the originals. I still like the original Chucky movies. I used to honestly be scared of them. Child's Play 1 through 3, I couldn't really watch. I used to have nightmares when I was little, but it just doesn't come off as a scary movie. It doesn't really come off as that much of a scary when you watch it and really watch more of the movies more and more. Sure, at the first time, a killer doll just that's alive running around killing people, anybody that it can kill in its way, is pretty scary to imagine. But when you watch the movie, it doesn't come off as too scary, and when you watch these type of Chucky movies, whether you've seen one or not, maybe you've seen a couple of them or maybe one or two, you kind of get that feeling where it's not too scary. It doesn't come off to be as scary. And this is exactly the same feeling I got from this movie. But it didn't really scare me at all. I thought it was going to be a little bit scarier, just like the original, the remake of It. But when it comes to these remakes, and these newer movies with these scary horror movies that they come out with, they don't really turn out to be as good as the originals. I always tend to like the original movies better, and this is exactly how I feel about this movie, The Cult of Chucky. But am I going to tell you who dies, what happens at the end, or anything like that? No, but I'm going to tell you that it has its gory moments, and I think one particular scene was pretty funny with Chucky. He's a pretty funny character. He's a funny horror, and even though he's a killer, just killing people and stuff like that, he's pretty funny with his the things that he says during the movies, and you'll get that from the original. If you ever seen the Chucky movie before, you already know that. And from the movie, you'll see some familiar faces and familiar names. I'm not going to name them throughout this video or anything like that, but you'll recognize some people from the previous Chucky movies, some names that probably ring a bell if you've seen them before. But if not, of course you wouldn't recognize them and remember who they are and what they did in the previous movies. But some returning characters, some familiar faces in this movie here in the Cult of Chucky. But again, I gotta say it was decent. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more going towards the end, but it just had me feeling once I saw the ending. I was just sitting there like, that's basically it. There's nothing else that's gonna happen. There's not gonna be another extra scene. Are they gonna do something for this particular character, or is there gonna be a little bit more? I had that, and I feel like just from watching it, they definitely are gonna probably make another one in the future. It could probably end up doing some other things with the additional characters, the familiar characters that you'll eventually see in the movie, that they can end up possibly doing for another movie. I don't know what the next movie is going to be called, how long it's probably going to take, but I'm really glad I got a chance to see this movie today. And would I say that it's any good? I definitely say it is, but it's just, I wouldn't put it up there with like, oh, it's a great horror movie, you got to see it, it's amazing. I wouldn't put it up there with the originals. I still think the original Chucky movies, Child's Play 1 through 3, are the best movies of the series. And just this one and the Curse of Chucky, they're decent, but they're just not as good as the originals. And I just feel this way from just watching this movie. But if you are a Chucky fan, I definitely recommend checking it out. If you love Chucky, you always wanted to check this out, and when you're looking for some kind of movie, some kind of brand new movie to check out, I would definitely recommend it. It's not a horrible movie or anything like that, but if you are a Chucky fan, you can definitely check it out. I will definitely recommend it, but I just wouldn't put it up there with the original movies. But I really enjoyed the scenes, getting to see another Chucky movie. It felt kind of fresh just to see like one of my favorite classics, my favorite horror movies just come back this year alongside of the new It movie. And I'm really glad that I watched this. I really enjoyed it, but it's just not the horror movie you would probably imagine, just with jump scares and stuff like that. It doesn't really have that, but it has its gory moments and some funny things here and there, and again, characters that you'll recognize from the other movies, from the previous movie also, and some familiar names as well. But that's basically all I can basically say. And as far as the story, it's just basically the sequel of The Curse of Chucky, where a character. He's basically after this particular character again, and this time it's a different setting, and different things happen to take place. I'm not going to tell you guys everything. I'm not going to tell you who gets killed or anything like that, or spoil the ending. Go check it out if you haven't. It gets a 4 out of 5 for me, but the only reason why I'm going to give it that is because it's a decent movie. It's pretty good, and if it's not really scary. It's not a horror movie. It's just something that you wouldn't be scared of or be scared of and just be afraid to watch, and you wouldn't probably have trouble sleeping at night or anything like that. It just doesn't give you that feeling, and it's not better than the originals. So that's just honestly how I feel about the movie. I enjoyed it. Check it out if you haven't. Let me know what you guys thought about it if you have had a chance to see it, and if you guys are interested in seeing it. But me, I'm just excited. I watched the movie, and I love Chucky, the killer doll, and he's funny. He's not a horror. He's not really. His movies are have just lost its horror, its scary moments. I would say it's just something to laugh at and just sit there and just enjoy enjoy the movie as a whole. But that's it for this review. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about it, and if you guys are interested in checking it out. I'm curious to see if some of you guys who've seen it, what you guys thought about it. But to me, again, it's not better than Child's Play. I love the original Child's Play series. But thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll just have to see what they do with the story going forward. It's definitely going to be more coming based on everything that transpired in the movie. So thanks for watching, and feel free to comment and let me know what you guys thought.